Hey everyone, this is an alcohol-free life channel where we're learning to live sober one day at a time. If you can take a second, can you please subscribe, take another second and hit that like button. My name is Terry G and let's get to the video. And again, thanks a lot for stopping by. There is tons of videos on the YouTube channel talking about how to quit drinking. And they're all step-by-step how-to. If you just wake up in the morning, you read some positive affirmations, maybe go to the gym, stop hanging around some negative people, eat properly, all those sort of things, make positive changes in your life, take some action in your life, you are going to be able to stop drinking. Yep. That sounds really sexy and it sounds super easy. It really does. And it is easy for people who just are heavy drinkers or drink too much and make an asshole of themselves. And they say, I want to quit drinking. So filling your life up with positive things to do in your life will take your mind off your drinking. But what about guys like me? What about gals like me who just can't stop drinking? I spoke in my last video about powerless over alcohol or the booze or the drink. And the powerlessness is not really about when we drink. Where is that drink going to take us? It's not about that. It's about living comfortably, joyous and free in our own skin one day at a time without the use and abuse of alcohol or the need to have a drink. That's what it's about, right? It's about that. Okay? So what do we do? What do we do? Changing our ways, changing the way we think. And my friends, that is very hard to do, is change the way we think, because our way of thinking is what we're used to. But our way of thinking is what got us where we are right now. Where you are right now, listen to this video, your thinking through your actions got you exactly where you are right now, believe it or not. So the second part of the journey, the sobriety journey, is having an open mind that your way doesn't work. Your way doesn't work. That's what I had to come to. I had to come to believe that my way did not work. My way of thinking, my plan for life got me exactly where I am. At that time, I was in jail, going through divorce, you name it. I had the problems and they were gigantic. And when I drank, I felt better. And when I didn't drink, I started to go slowly more kookier. I really did. Without the booze, I couldn't function. So I had to find a way that helped me. What I did is I admitted to myself that my way of thinking didn't work. I needed to have a different plan for life. I needed to find a different outlook for my life. I really did. And you can do that very easily. For myself, I found a mentor in a program that helped me work out my life. I knew that my thinking was causing me a great deal of pain and agony, even in my sober life. Even in my sobriety days, I was still going off the rails. I was moody, I was angry, I was full of fear, I was full of hurt, had all those difficulties, and I didn't know what to do. And every time I moved forward with a plan, it didn't work out for me. So I needed some guidance. I needed to turn my thinking or my will, and I needed to surrender my way of thinking, because it didn't matter what I did. I was always getting in a jam and I always went back to the booze. So I had found a mentor, and that mentor belonged to a group, and I made the group my spiritual, my creator guidance. My wisdom came from that group and came from that mentor. That's how I turned things over. And there's a strength in surrendering the way I thought, because it was just liberating to know that I didn't know what the hell I was doing in my life. Drinking had separated me so far from who I was to what I've become in my active alcoholic journey. When I sobered up, I didn't know my ass from a hole in the ground, but I was still believing that my plan was better than the plan other people were telling me about. So I got a mentor. I went to a group. I started using the group for my ultimate wisdom, my authority of my spirituality. And I changed the way I thought, and I turned my life over to my mentor and to the group. And slowly I learned through listening to other people, taking advice to somebody I trusted. I finally learned that I could find a way of living that was better for me. Because when I looked around and I saw the people who were sober, had sobriety, I looked at them and I said, look at the results they're getting from listening and taking advice from other people and trying their best to turn their will over to the Creator or supernatural spirituality like I did. And how did that turn out for them? And by the looks of it, it turned out very well for them. So the next part of this journey is having an open mind to think that our will or our thinking, and we need to find some guidance, some wisdom to help us in our journey. And one of the biggest indicators that I received in my life in early recovery was the results that people were getting of working a program and getting some help, guidance from other people. Because my spirituality took time. My spirituality took work because I didn't really believe in a creator. I didn't believe in a supernatural energy of the world. I was too self-centered. I was too afraid, and I didn't believe in it. But having an open mind and understanding that there is a better way to live without the alcohol and drugs, and that's called sobriety. And over time, I learned that I could become less irritable, discontent with my life, and start to have an open mind that opened me up or opened up the floodgates to a beautiful, beautiful journey. And that's what it did. Okay, my sobriety journey in number 2, that's what happened to me. It's turning myself over to something that I can't see and I didn't really believe, but I knew one thing was for sure. My life, my plan was not working, and I needed a new plan and a new way of living, and I found it. Thank you. Oh, by the way, my name is Terry G. This is an alcohol-free life channel where we're learning to live sober one day at a time. If you can take a second, can you please subscribe? Can you take another second and hit that like button? I'd really appreciate it. Thank you, and I'll see you next week. Ciao for now.